You know, Edward, you've handed me kind of a tough nut to crack.
Well, I'm not here to help you crack nuts. I'm hiring you to find Tolliver. You said you had a man who specializes in these things.
One of the best. He's discreet.
Yeah, I know. You gave me his pedigree. Just tell him to do his job.
What I don't understand is, see, you don't have a picture of Tolliver. That won't make it easy.
Well, if it were easy, I wouldn't have come to you.
My whole point is I put a man on a cover casing the Susan Moore's house. Well, then let's say Crane Tolliver shows up.
Yeah, he will.
Well, fine. Well, how's my man going to know it's Tolliver? You see, with no picture, that's what I meant. It's tough.
Well, I'm sorry, but any pictures I might have had access to were, well, destroyed years ago.
You know, there's one angle we might try. I've seen it work before, and it just might again. Is high school.
What about it?
Well, high schools have yearbooks, Edward, with pictures.
Hey, you know, you're right.
Well, a man changes in, what'd you say? How old is he? 40? You haven't seen him in 40 years?
40, that's right.
But a picture taken even then might give us some idea. Might even lead us to other things, too.
Such as?
Well, we look through his high school yearbook, and then we check out some of his classmates, see if anybody kept in touch or knows where he is.
Hey, that's good thinking. Excellent. My hat's off to you.
Well, where does Tolliver go to high school? Don't you know that either?
Oh, yes, I know exactly. Well, at least I can make a pretty astute guess.
Make it.
Amagansett. Has to be. That's where she met him.
Who met him?
Oh, never you mind.
Amagansett. Now we're getting somewhere. Agree?
I'll agree when you find Tolliver.
Tell me something, just for my own information. You say this Tolliver doesn't owe you any money?
No, he does not.
So when we find him, what do you want done with him?
I don't want you to do anything with him. You find him, let me know. I'll handle things from there on.
As soon as the noodles are done, we can eat.
Smells good, Lesley.
Oh, you know, I really should have helped you with dinner. I know that a phone call from Rick really upset you.
Oh, no, I was really glad I had something to do. I feel like I'm in shock. I cannot comprehend that the clinic could possibly go out of business.
Still, it might be best all around.
Steve, how can you say that?
Rick can spend more time at the hospital. He's a brilliant surgeon, and the more time we get from him, the better.
Steve Hardy, you know perfectly well he never once let his work as a doctor at the clinic on the waterfront interfere with his work as a surgeon at the hospital.
Yes, that's true.
And you know what that place means to him.
I certainly do.
How can you say it would be better if it closed?
Now, wait a minute. I'm sure Steve didn't mean that at all. You know how he's overprotective about the hospital. And he's right. That stroganoff smells wonderful.
Mom, Lesley, I want to take some to Corky.
Oh, honey, Corky's already eaten at the kennel. They feed them very well.
No, I was there to visit him today, and he says he's so miserable he can't eat anything.
Hold on, young man. Are you saying that dog converses with you?
Yeah, sure, all the time. And he says he's so miserable, he can't even stand being cooped up in that dumb old place.
Mike,
yeah,
honey.
but it's true, Mom, Lesley. He can't eat or sleep, and he says he'd give anything if he could come stay here with us.
Sweetheart, I think we've got enough confusion around here as it is.
And Audrey, can Corky come here and stay?
Mike?
Mike, don't you think it's a little crowded as it is?
Yeah, but Corky doesn't take up too much room.
No, I know he doesn't take up too much room, but... Listen, Mike, why don't you go back and tell Corky that once he gets out of the kennel, he can have a great big steak, and then he can look forward to that while he's in the kennel,
Okay.
How about that?
Round, you round, I you
Oh,
round.
all right.
Excuse me, sorry about
Yeah,
that.
that's all right.
Get around, I get
What's the matter with your head?
Nothing's wrong with my head. I'm drying my hair. My hair's wet.
That is obvious.
Yeah. I'm going upstairs to dry up there up in your room. Tommy's got the stereo up there so we can listen to good vibrations, stuff like that.
Wait a minute. You mean our room?
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll be out.
Room?
Yeah, we'll be out
It's
pretty soon.
almost ready.
Great, I'm starving. Good. Take that thing out, Tommy.
Steve, it's all right. It's okay.
What on earth is that?
Well, I would say that's probably the stereo.
I'm going to
in our
go see
room.
about dinner right now.
Yes, all right.
What?
Oh, good heavens.
What is this, a blackout? What's going on here?
Oh, Steve, frankly, I wish I knew.
Something happened to the lights.
Oh.
A brilliant observation, son. Now, if you'll just hand me that flashlight, I'll go down to the basement and check the fuses.
There, that will help a little bit.
Oh, have dinner. Those noodles aren't done.
What do you suppose happened here?
Well, I'd say it's rather obvious. I mean, you can't use 2 hair dryers and an electric skillet and an electric stove and a stereo and who knows how many lights without overloading the circuit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess it's partly my fault.
Oh, that's all right. right. I know it wasn't intentional.
Well, I'm still sorry, and making this place black out and breaking your cups the other day, I feel kind of bad. Oh, by the way, on the cups, I got some news on the cups.
What kind of news?
Well, I found out where I can get them. I promise you I'll get them.
Really? Well, that's very hard to believe. I mean, it's my best china, and that pattern has been discontinued for years.
No, I got some that look exactly like it. They look just as good. I got the 5 and 10. We got a good deal on them.
5 and 10.
They're not too expensive. We got... All right, the music's back.
Okay.
This is great. Now can we eat?
As soon as dinner is ready, I'm gonna go see if I can speed it up and turn that down.
Don't hurry. It's all right. Whenever it's ready, it's just fine.
Okay.
Hey, Mom, Lesley,
What?
what am I going to tell Corky? Can he come and stay here with us?
Not now, sweetheart, please.
Well, then when?
Sweetheart, come on. Come with me to the kitchen.
So, gentlemen, over it again. The 3 important fundamentals to any artery are origin, distribution, branches. Now, clear.
But how does that apply to the common carotid, Doctor?
That's a very good question, because it doesn't. Origin.
Innominate right, arc of aorta left.
Good. Distribution.
Internal and external carotid.
Excellent. Branches.
The common carotid? None.
You're right. Very good, which goes to show you that any general rule can have an exception.
Rick, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're not interrupting at all. We're just finishing Bob Stark and David Strauss, Rose Kelly.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
So, are you enrolling here for this trimester?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I just signed up for some classes, and to tell you the truth, I have no idea whether or not I picked the right one.
Oh, well, we could help you decide. Sure. Why don't we go get a beer and check out your schedule? Sounds good to me. Doctor, you don't want to come along, do you?
Oh, you sound really thrilled about me coming.
Oh, but not if you're busy, Dr. Weber. I mean, we can take care of Rose okay ourselves. It is Rose, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Rose all right, and Rose happens to be busy, and so do I.
You mean you two have a date?
Does that possibility startle you?
Oh, well, no, sir. We'll be getting together sometime later, Rose, okay?
Well, I'm usually pretty busy.
Oh, don't worry, we'll find time to help you. You can count on it. Are you going to be listed in the student directory?
No, she's not going to be listed in the student directory, and do you gentlemen have any additional questions on my lectures?
No, Doctor, you've made everything very clear.
Good.
We'll see you soon, Rose.
What? Oh, yeah. I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Doctor.
Welcome.
We'll see you soon, Rose.
Okay, I hope so. Bye.
Bye.
What are you smiling at?
I'm not smiling, I'm laughing. I am thinking that maybe we made a big mistake in having you enroll for classes here at the university.
And why's that?
Because if anything like this ever happens again, I think you'll find yourself elected prom queen, and then you won't have any time to run the diner.
Well, that'll be the day. Now, listen, would you take a look at these courses I signed up for?
Okay.
I really need to know
Courses.
what you think. Now, there's only one there that I'm not quite sure of, Philosophy 1A. It's, this catalog says that there's no prerequisite for it, but just the same, I'm not sure I'm up to it. Rick?
Rose, I'm sorry. It reminded me of nothing. My mind was someplace else.
Yeah, I could see that. Listen, we can do this later. It's no big deal.
No, it's fine. It's just that Scotty Baldwin is trying to evict us from the clinic, and there is no program for relocation.
He's doing what? Can he do that?
Well, he is trying awfully hard.
But, Rick, that's terrible. If the clinic is gone, nothing on the waterfront is safe.
Thank goodness that you own the diner.
Well, yes, it's safe for a little while, but at this rate, anything could happen.
Hey, you have great food. People need to eat, and there's no restaurant like yours down there. And Lee is trying to do everything he can to prevent him.
But look, I think we should all try to stop Scotty. Let's go back to the diner, make some coffee, and try to plan some kind of strategy here.
You're always there, aren't you? You fantastic little lady. Great idea, because I can't think of one thing that would stop Scotty right now.
I thought I told you to go home.
You did. But you didn't really think I would, did you?
You have to know, don't you? You just have to know everything.
Of course I do.
Heather, you are very, very, very incorrigible.
Well, so are you. That's how we make such a good team.
Well, at least when we're on the same side. But when we're not, we still operate the same way now, don't we?
But we're on our best. We're on the same side. Don't you agree? All right.
Most definitely.
Don't stop. That's good. Oh, do you have to leave?
I don't want to, but I gotta go.
Why?
Because Susan's waiting for me. And I don't want to rock the boat.
Well, a lot of good that does me right now, Scotty.
Don't worry, Heather. We'll have plenty of time to spend together later on. Right now, I've got to keep Susan happy. Keeping her happy, I'm going to keep her quiet.
Well, have a delightful evening, Scotty.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm jealous.
Of me?
Susan.
Why are you jealous of Susan?
She's the one who gets to spend the night with you.
Lesley, Steve and I are exhausted.
Oh, I am too. No, I think I'm going to stay up a little longer. Audrey, you wait for me.
Do these student conferences always take this long?
No, they don't. Actually, I'm starting to get a little worried.
Oh. Well, I'll see you in the morning then. Good night.
Good night.
Hi. Lesley, I think we are finally beginning to accomplish something.
Where have you been?
Well, I'm trying to tell you. After my conferences at the university, I went with Rose to the diner, and we talked about the ways and the strategy for fighting Scotty.
You could have called.
I'm sorry. I got so wrapped up in it, I forgot all about it. She is one remarkable lady.
Is she? In what way?
In every way. She's very supportive. She is community-oriented. She has got some ideas for mobilizing the community to fight Scotty that are fantastic.
Mobilizing the community.
That's part of it, yes.
Don't you think it's the community's job to mobilize itself, not yours?
No, Lesley, it's my clinic, so it is my responsibility.
You're a doctor. You're not a politician.
Are you angry about something?
No, I'm not angry. I just thought maybe for once you would stick to medicine and let somebody else handle the politics.
That is very strange to hear coming from you. You, above all, know that no one fights my battles for me.
Oh, I do. I do know that. I think I know that too well sometimes. Rick, I don't want to argue with you about this. I would just like to remind you that while you were off out in the big world having a lot of excitement and fun on your white Charger, that I was stuck here taking care of the little, petty, boring family problems. And I gotta tell you, I did not have a good time.
Rose, I didn't realize you were still up. And I thought you were in bed long ago.
I was, but I couldn't sleep. I thought maybe a glass of warm milk could help.
Oh, I'll get it for you.
No, you don't. You're going up to bed. You've had a long day.
I did have a long day, but I tell you, Holly, it was great. Rick came over and we talked about getting some people together to try to stop Scotty. He is so inspiring, Holly, I can't tell you. It's like you feel you can do anything in the whole wide world if you set your mind to it.
I'm glad.
It's a great feeling, I tell you. Hey, would you do me a favor? Will you turn out the lights and lock the door when you're through with your milk? And I think I will get some sleep.
Yeah, no problem. And sweet dreams, huh?
Hey, the way Rick has me fired up, they will be. Yeah. Good night.
Good night. Oh, I'm sorry, we're closed. Oh, hi, Jackie. This is a surprise.
Yes, life is full of surprises. No, I take that back. You're no surprise at all. You're the same thief I always thought you were.
What?
You heard me. First it's money, now it's men. And if you can't have one, you just take the other.
Jackie, I don't know what you're talking about. You're all mixed up.
Am I? Am I really? Or don't you think that I know about you and Robert?
I don't know what you think you know.
Oh, please excuse me, but you know what? I want to tell you one little thing. I really feel sorry for Robert, because you know what? You're going to ruin his life just like you ruined Luke's.
Do you realize what time it is? Where have you been?
We have been worried about you, Edward.
Where were you?
Oh, walking, thinking. Lila all right?
Yes, she's fine. She's been in bed for hours.
Did you see this Kane fellow? What did he say?
Well, the man's name was Wharton. He had several excellent ideas about finding Tolliver.
Well, like what?
Well, I didn't ask him for details, but I have retained him to find Tolliver, and I think he can.
You say he has good ideas?
Yes, several. I suggested that he start by hiring a private investigator to watch Susan's house.
Well, that makes sense.
Well, of course it does. Tolliver's bound to show up there sooner or later.
Well, what he does, well, what then?
Well, we'll just deal with the man directly.
Well, I hope he's going to be more reasonable than Susan.
Well, I'm assuming that he will be. Of course, the bottom line is I want the original marriage certificate and the original unsigned divorce papers.
You also want any copies that Susan has.
Correct. And then we're going to burn them all.
You think that'll be the end of it?
Of course I do. Except for a little prayer.
A little prayer?
Yeah, damn it, prayer. We're going to pray to a just God that no more copies of those papers exist. That there's no proof anywhere that Lila was in any way ever connected with Crane Tolliver.
Together again when William Shatner comes up against Leonard Nimoy on T.J. Hooker. And it's an all-new cruise to the Greek Isles on a special 2-hour love.